It's time now for the Peter Channel Sunday Morning News on this Sunday morning, February 28, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Sunday morning, February 28, 2016. The top news story at 8 o'clock in the Sunday morning is what now from Bernie Sanders. Hillary Clinton's overwhelming victory in South Carolina. The Sunday did many things for her campaign. They gave the candidate more confidence and voice extended the momentum as she moves into big band of states voting. What a Donald Trump presidency might look like as. According to Johnny Chu, who was White House Chief of Staff under President George H.W. Bush. While planes Canada had similar instructions and series despite a truce negotiated between rebels and the government, according to the national group monitoring the conflict. Woodbridge, Virginia, a police officer was fatally shot a day after being sworn in, and two of her colleagues were wounded while responding to a reported argument in Norfolk, Virginia home, before he said. A Ku Klux Klan used American flag to fend off angry counter protesters after members of KKK tried to start a White Lives Matter rally in Pearson Park in Anaheim, California. New Delhi, an Indian man allegedly killed 14 family members, including 8 children with a knife before taking his own life Sunday, a police spokesman said. Dublin, Finance Minister Michael Newton has fueled speculation that the outcome of Friday's election could lead to a second election later this year to break. Moscow, the ambassadors from banned union countries have paid respect to the slain Russian opposition leader Boris Nemtsov to visit the makeshift memorial under the bridge where he was shot. Pope Francis' secretary, 34-year-old Miriam Willow of Eritrea, was found dead earlier this week in the Vatican's called foul. An investigation underway after 3 young men were found shot to death execution style in the abandoned home in India, he said. Heston, Kansas, the latest. President Obama says the U.S. cannot be dumped to mass shootings occurred in the Western week in the U.S. Wolf Point, Montana. Searchers are looking for a 4-year-old girl reportedly been abducted in the Fort Peckett Reservation in northeast Montana. Bill Clinton told a heckler who didn't find himself submarine to shut up and listen during a small town South Carolina rally for his vice president video footage showed. Norton State Police investigated an auto crash on Interstate 495 Saturday evening that left one driver dead and sent 3 other people to the hospital, including the person who was stopped to help the victims at area hospitals. The collision between the 2015 Toyota Cobra and the 2010 Toyota occurred at around 6 p.m. near exit 10 on the southbound side of the highway. Police said that the Tacoma was traveling northbound on 495 when it left the roadway across the median and struck the Yaris head-on. The driver Yaris was dead in the state police said a passenger to the Yaris was taken to the Rhode Island Hospital with life-threatening injuries. That driver to Tacoma, 41-year-old man with Massville, was also injured after the transport to Rhode Island Hospital's injuries were considered non-life-threatening. Sharon, wearing a little more than a baby suit exercise clothes, but a water in the participants parade, the Asmar, the Lake Basketball at Memorial Park Beach on Saturday morning for the annual law enforcement torch run plunge for Special Olympics with waters of the lake. Hovered on only around 38 degrees. The Seacock Public Library Facility Senate Committee invites town resident to help plan the library in the future at the meeting on March 3rd. Admiral Jeff Bailey was a little surprised when he got a letter in the mail from Governor Charlie Baker asking him to vote for diabetic iron for Republican State Committee on Tuesday. Somerset State Police investigated a secret in the public's help. Have an investigation of car crash in the Killer Fall River Mountain Friday morning. In Seacock, Selectmen have voted to pursue an agreement with the Holy Cross Parish Central Falls for Newtown Cemetery. Warren Buffett on Saturday used his letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders to launch vigorous defenses of aggressive private equity partner in the Reliant Mobile Home Unit as his conglomerate recorded robust profits. Average long-term U.S. mortgage rates fell last weekend as anxiety over the global economy persisted. Long-term rates have resumed their decline after a change in the previous week fall 6 weeks of easing. London, investors worried about the risk of a new global recession opened its data over the coming week will show some of the momentum raised in the global world economy 8 years into a slow recovery from the financial crisis. U.S. Air Force reveals that the first official image of B-21, a long-range strike bomber, the next duration warplane, will soon replace the unwanted B-52 and B-2 bombers. After seemingly being put to rest last year, the controversy of supports hiatus as resurfaced, but the stamina key change in terminology that attempted to pitch in the discussion. Scientists have shared the incredible details of the potential revolutionary biological supercomputer powered by undecided 2 State. The Sun and Celestis had located constellation as created some 30,000 light years from the Earth was recently captured by the Hubble Space Telescope. Obvious mainly the poor memory according to the paper published in the Quarterly Journal of the Experimental Psychology is a research term for the Cambridge University analyzed the link between a higher BMI and cognitive defects. That sword rates and extracted of the decayed teeth among Brits are quite disappointed at HS Chief Officer, Dental Officer, Sir Hurley said. 7-month-old Lincoln say has undergone several surgeries and was born with a rare birth defect. Heterotomy syndrome. Lincoln kid has some vital organs that are 100% silent within 12 hours of the birth. Doctors that are performing critical. Puerto Rico braves a wave of mosquito-borne Zika virus. In Chelsea, Massachusetts, person found unconscious and responsible for postal assault at the intersection of Island and Cottage Streets. 2 hours ago, Peter Cello Newsab is out 8:05, time for a spot report. Last night, the Boston Celtics defeated the Miami Heat at the Garden, 101-89. Tonight, the Boston Bruins will be at the Garden, taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning game time, 6:30 p.m. Oklahoma City Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr occasionally gets asked to compare current superstar former teammate basketball Devin God. Michael Jordan does. His up-growing Race Harris still sore for Warriors as they defeat the Oak State Federal overtime, 121-118. It's not a bad when Peyton Manning is no longer a member of Denver because the team broke apart ways with Peyton Manning. Indianapolis Ohio State quarterback Cardell Jones suffered a right hamstring injury during the NFL Scouting Combine Saturday, ended his on-field work for the day. Peter Cheladusab is out 8:06 on this Sunday morning, 10 after a Trevor report. Baby! Let's stay up, down, and red on. Yes, it's looking at the highways about ways around on this Sunday morning, mess. Route 95 on 495 intersection of Mansfield. A little slow, but otherwise it's good to go. Here, Route 6 is looking from Sagamore down to Orleans. 28 is looking from Bourne to Falmouth. Southeast Massachusetts highways looking good. Here, all the highways in Massachusetts are looking good. Down in Connecticut, it is looking good. In New York City, it is looking good in highways and byways of New York City vicinity. On the Cross Island Parkway, we get a little slowness around Route 678 Fletcher, so expect some delays. Here, Cross Island Parkway, get a little accident before the Long Island Expressway and the Northern State Parkway in Queens, so expect some delays. But otherwise, 278 on the westbound side, also runs on Narrows Bridge in Staten Island, so expect a few delays, but you're good to go on highways and byways of New York State. And Route 27 on the westbound side, out in Long Island, we got an accident here. In Station Road in North Bellport, New York, so expect some delays. But otherwise, all the highways as the three is looking good from New York City all the way at the Pennsylvania border. 912 on the eastbound side, a little accident around the freeway in Ravenna, New York, so expect delays on 912M around the freeway in I-87 in New York. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine highways are looking good. Okay, looking at MBTA alerts. Subway system, it's looking good. As Bowdoin will be closed from 8:45 p.m. until closed on February 20th to March 2nd as B's. Bowdoin, exit Blue Line and St. Streets. During the closure. And on the Cabrillo Rail, looking good. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Cheladusab is out 8:08 on the Sunday morning. Time now for a weather report. And it is a cloudy start to your morning. And looking at that, some spotty rain showers off Cape Ann, off Gloucester, and little batches of rain showers off the Cape Ann in Massachusetts. And up north, seeing some snow showers in eastern Maine, east of Millinocket, stretching it out of Ormonto and New Brunswick, and a little line of snow showers up in the Moosehead Lake region of Maine, and stretching up to the western of New Brunswick, south of Caribou, Maine. And seeing another batch of those snow showers from upstate New York and the northwest of Vermont, stretching it up to southern Quebec, including the Montreal area, and stretching the northeast of Ontario, up into Ottawa, and stretching into northern Ontario. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. By today, most clouds are gradually becoming sunny skies about 52 degrees and southwest about 11 miles gust 31 miles an hour. Today, most clouds are about 38 degrees southwest about 11 to 13 miles an hour. Monday, Chester showers may before 11 a.m. Most sunny skies have 54 degrees and west about 10 to 13 miles gust side 31 miles an hour. Chest H at 30%. By the net, most skies about 32 degrees and west about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Tuesday, most sunny skies about 49 degrees and west about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Tuesday, showers like me after 3 a.m. Most skies come to about 37 degrees and chest patient 6%. Wednesday, showers like me before 3 p.m. Cloud skies have 53 degrees and chest patient 70%. Wednesday, at Chester showers before 9 p.m. Park skies come about 25 degrees and chest patient 30%. Thursday, most of the most skies come at 37 about 22 degrees. Friday, Chester snow showers, parts of the most skies come at 33 about 18 degrees and chest patient 30%. And for Saturday, most skies come at 35 degrees. Currently, not knit is a few clouds and 40, humidity 55%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Sunday Morning News on this Sunday morning, February 28, 2069. Peter, have a good morning and a good Friday to see you for an afternoon report. Have a good morning.